You're hired! 5 tips to remember when doing a virtual job interview. Tip number 1 to remember when doing a virtual job interview. Join the video conference early. I recommend that you join the video conference 10 minutes ahead of your scheduled interview time. Though you may have to wait in the virtual waiting room until the host has formally begun the meeting, your early arrival will demonstrate your professionalism and eagerness to do the interview. Joining early will also give you a bit of a cushion to address any technical issues and make sure that your camera and volume settings are set appropriately. That takes us to tip number 2 to remember when doing a virtual job interview. Look directly into the camera during your virtual interview. Though virtual interviews are generally easier to schedule than in-person interviews, they make it more difficult to develop a rapport between the interviewer and interviewee. One way to mitigate this is by making sure that you look directly into the camera during your virtual interview. This may require you to adjust your camera or your positioning, and it may feel a little unnatural as instinctively we tend to look at the monitor as opposed to the camera in virtual meetings. But looking directly into the camera is as close as you can get to making eye contact during a virtual interview, and that will enhance your overall interview presentation. Be mindful also to show your personality and remember to smile. Next, we have tip number 3 to remember when doing a virtual job interview. Good lighting is a must. You get only one chance to make a first impression, and in an interview, you want to be certain that you make a great one. As a first step, make sure that your lighting is good. Again, one of the downsides of virtual interviews is that it makes it difficult to develop a rapport. Good lighting actually helps with this because it allows the interviewer to see you clearly, and that includes your facial expressions and mannerisms. Overall, this will enhance your presentation and give the interviewer a greater sense of your personality and enthusiasm for the position. For good lighting, you will want to be facing into the light. For natural light, that means facing a window. For artificial light, I recommend using a ring light or adjusting your interior lighting or lampshade so that you are facing into the light. If you wear glasses, definitely invest in glasses that are both anti-glare and anti-reflective. That takes us to tip number 4 to remember when doing a virtual interview. Avoid distracting backgrounds. When doing your virtual interview, you want to select a location that is quiet and a place where you will not be interrupted. But in addition to that, it is important to avoid a distracting background. Be certain that you are in a tidy space and avoid distractions such as photographs and imposing artwork. Virtual backgrounds are a great option and are easy to download, but with virtual backgrounds, you still want to avoid distraction. So stay away from busy patterns and bright colors and stick with something simple. Now that takes us to our 5th and final tip to remember when doing a virtual job interview. Dress appropriately. Although you will not be meeting your interviewer or interviewers in person, at least not yet, it is important to present professionally. Therefore, if you would dress in professional business attire and wear a suit if the interview with the particular employer was in person, then you should also do that for the virtual interview. Essentially, my advice is that you should not dress more casually simply because the interview is virtual. Certainly, some offices have a culture that is more casual where they do not wear suits. However, you would rather be safe than sorry. At a minimum, even if you choose not to wear a jacket or a blazer, please save your t-shirts, tank tops, and sundresses for your celebration after you get the job. And although we have all done it for virtual meetings, avoid wearing shorts and sweatpants and pajama bottoms during your virtual interview just in case there is an unexpected need to stand up. So to recap, today we covered 5 tips to remember when preparing for virtual job interviews. Tip 1, join the video conference early. Tip 2, look directly into the camera during your virtual interview. Tip 3, good lighting is a must. Tip 4, avoid distracting backgrounds. And tip 5, dress appropriately. Please remember to follow and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.